This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Sabrina Brown. Thank you for joining us. Topping the news tonight, work is progressing on a major infrastructural project in Smiths Point. The multi-million-dollar seawall experienced a slight delay due to Hurricane Matthew, but contractors say work has resumed and the project is already taking shape. Megan Shepard reports.
The construction of the long-awaited seawall for the Smiths Point community is finally coming to fruition. Smiths Construction was awarded the contract in June of this year, and project manager Teneil Smith says that although work was delayed due to Hurricane Matthew, it is picked up and progressing smoothly.
We got about 600 feet of foundation, sand removed for the foundation. We're going to continue to about for another 400 feet, and then we'll start cutting into the rock foundation. Slow process because a lot of sand to be removed, but that's where we at right now.
Smith says the base of the wall will be 9 feet wide, but narrow as it rises. The wall is expected to be 14 feet high. While the idea for the seawall came about to prevent a further erosion, it will also add a cosmetic upgrade to the community.
It'll be a nice view. It'll be a lot of shore protection. Future storms, they wouldn't have to worry about the erosion of the road or losing more land. It won't stop seawater from coming over, but it'll stop it from tearing up as it goes by.
The project was initially given a 26-week timeline, but that has since been pushed back. Smith says they are hoping to be completed by or before February 2017. They are asking residents to be particularly careful in this area.
We could ask the members of the public to recognize that this is a construction zone at present, because we still have some people that used to using the road as their jogging path and what have you, and the construction equipment will be in here working, and then they still jogging along or sightseeing, taking pictures. We'd like to limit that.
The project is estimated to cost around $4.8 million. Megan Shepard, CNS Network News.
The Cooperative Baptist Fellowship springing into action to help residents on Grand Bahama following Hurricane Matthew. Officials are on island for the third time to get a view of the level of damage to churches since the passing of the storm. Officials of the Cooperative Baptist Fellowship, or C.B.F, descended on Grand Bahama on 2 occasions following Hurricane Matthew, bringing loads of food items and water. Now, as essential services have been restored in many communities, C.B.F representatives returned to the island a third time to conduct an assessment of member churches and communities hit hard by the monster storm. Coordinator of the C.B.F of Florida and the Caribbean, Dr. Ray Johnson.
We have partner churches on Sweetings Key, where Pastor Ballou is, and then in McLeanstown, Pelican Point, Freetown, and also here in Freeport itself. So we've visited those churches. We looked at the damage to the church buildings. We looked at needs within the community.
Pastor Edwin Reese of Christ Journey Church in Florida, who has a missions program on Grand Bahama, and International Disaster Response Coordinator for CBF, David Harding, are also working to help residents return to normalcy.
We certainly rely on Ray and feet on the ground to let us know where we can help, and we remain open to that. And I think that that's the beauty of having neighbors in Florida, is that we know where you've been and we know where you're going, and so we're just here not only to provide provision but also to give you that word of hope that there are people that care about you and that there are people that are praying for you.
We're looking at the promise of resurrection, the promise of new beginnings out of disaster, and this is the hope and the encouragement that we want and we obtain from one another as we pull together.
National Coordinator for CBF Bahamas, Bishop John McIntosh of Abaco, is spearheading the relief efforts.
I just thank CBF Florida and CBF Global for the assistance that they continue to give to CBF Bahamas so we can help the Bahamas in the time of need.
Pastor of Upper Zion Baptist Church in the Southern District, Reverend Michael Pinder, and Bishop Edwin Pinder of New Emmanuel Baptist Church in East End are grateful for the assistance.
The community, thank you. Thank you very much, because it was just not personally to me, even though I benefited, but the community of Pinders Point, Lewis Yard, and Hunters benefited greatly.
We thank God for C.B.F. Bahamas and C.B.F. International, who had come together with joint effort to make this to be what it is.
Sabrina Brown. Now to news from the Health Beat. Health professionals on Grand Bahama kicking off the first Operating Theater Week. A major focus of the celebration is Operating Theater Day, observed at the Rand Memorial Hospital this morning. Kimberly Mullings has more.
The theme for the first Operating Theater Week is the impact of stress on operating theater personnel. Moderating Friday's celebration was OT manager Patricia Hanchel. Part-time local surgeon Dr. Gerard Klassen and his wife Nancy graced the audience with song.
Through pain and tears, I'll follow him.
Principal Nursing Officer Sherilyn Bain commended the staff for coping with stress in addition to various demands of the profession and day-to-day operation.
Because of your close work environment, the seclusion, and the demands made on your nursing expertise, you, the staff in the operating theater, you are most vulnerable to stress. But you have proven over the years to develop coping mechanisms for healthy outcomes.
Hospital Administrator Sharon Williams encouraged and thanked the operating theater staff for all that they do before officially declaring the week open.
As you continue to give of yourself to assist our community, continue to operate knowing that the patient is the reason we are here. I express profound gratitude on behalf of our Ministry of Health, our Public Hospitals Authority, our Executive Management Committee, and the hospital, who all benefit from your stellar reputation of successful surgical interventions.
The operating theater staff of the Rand Memorial Hospital performed a skit for the audience, giving them a glimpse of what takes place daily. Director of Nursing and Clinical Administrator at Okeanos, Gretchen Dezlick, was the guest speaker who focused on work-related stress that those in the theater deal with on a regular basis. She was very interactive in her presentation, engaging those in the field in dialogue.
The operating room team has a lot of stress on them to make sure that we do the right thing, that we do a really good job, and that patient's lives are in our hands. It's very important for the team to work as a team, because you have your surgeon, your anesthesiologist, you have your scrub tech, and your operating room nurses. Then also the larger part of that team also is the housekeeping personnel, the people who clean the instruments. Everyone needs to do their job and do it well, and we're all under pressure every day.
Dezlick was also thrilled to be a part of the program and even more excited to see the nursing cadet students from Mary Star of the Sea Catholic Academy, Sunland Baptist Academy, Grand Bahama Academy, Alpha Omega Christian School, and Bishop Michael Eldon School. Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Network News.
Well, tomorrow, members of the operating theater staff at the Rand Memorial Hospital will head down to West End to the Church of God of Prophecy to distribute meals to hurricane victims. In other news, countless war veterans, those valiant men and women who served during a time of war, to be remembered this coming Sunday during a special Remembrance Day service at the Mary Star of the Sea Catholic Church. Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, says as the country honors the contributions of many Bahamian war veterans, it is an opportune time to thank those unsung heroes for their unselfish service to country.
Harold Nicholson, British delegate to the 1990 Paris Peace Convention, stated how important it is for us to recognize and celebrate our heroes. It is essential that we celebrate those who have fought and those who have died in the line of duty to ensure that we have better lives. Last year, the service was excellent. We had quite a bit of veterans who showed up, and this year we anticipate, along with Mr. Kelman, there will be other representatives who fought in World War II and who are key individuals to ensure that we have the quality of life what we have today.
Minister Darville says it is on the shoulders of these individuals that many enjoy the freedoms. The Remembrance Day celebration, he says, will also extend into West Grand Bahama.
The Ministry for Grand Bahama, in collaboration with the West Grand Bahama Youth Development Association and the West Grand Bahama Local Government District, will be hosting another Victory Day parade on Sunday at 2 p.m. It will be at the Friendship Shopping Center in 8 Mile Rock, and residents of that community should come out as we give God thanks through a gospel concert.
Stay with us, there's more news after this.